In this video lecture, I am going to explain how involute appears when drawn on the drawing sheet from the basics. First, take your drafter scale. So the nut portion, this is clamp part of the drafter. So this is a drawing board, and you insert on the drawing board by rotating the nut in anti-clockwise like this. Then you insert on the left end, left top corner of your drawing board. After butting the clamp like this on your left hand, rotate the screw in clockwise like this and make a normal tight. Don't make heavy tight, just make a normal tight on the drawing board so that your drafter is fixed on the drawing board. This is done on the left top corner of your drawing board, left side top corner of your drawing board. Just by butting this, you rotate the nut. So now the drafter has been firmly fixed on the drawing board. This is a left hand top corner of the drawing board where the drafter clamp is fixed. Now on the right hand lower part, right side lower end of your drawing board where the drawing sheet shall be placed. Listen, two drawing sheets are taken. One will act as a base. This is a base sheet, or you can place a chart. This is placed, and over that another sheet is placed, so that the impression is not formed on the drawing sheet like this. So one sheet will act as a packing sheet. Over that another sheet is placed where drawing is to be drawn. So these drawing sheets are placed on the right side lower end, that is at the right side corner, right corner below, where you place the clamp diagonally opposite to that, where the right side of your drawing board, this drawing sheet is placed, and it may be clamped with the board by using clips like this. Just to insert the clamp between the drawing board and the drawing sheets like this. Just by insert, don't do like this, just you insert like this so that the drawing sheet is fixed on the drawing board. So two sheets I have placed. One will act as packing sheet, another will act as the main drawing sheet. So two clamps are placed like this. After placing the clamp like this, two clamps are being placed. Now on the base, this is a length part of the drawing board where I place one more clamp, drawing board clip like this. So if your clamp or the clip becomes loosened, then you can go for a cello tape. Cello tape can also be used to fix the drawing sheet over the drawing board. And the other end, this corner of the drawing sheet shall be placed fixed on the drawing board by the use of cello tape also. Or all the four corners of the drawing sheet may be fixed by cello tape itself also. So keep like this. The cello tape shall be placed like this. So cello tape is placed on the one of the corner of the drawing board, or all on the four corners. The cello tape may be used to fix the drawing sheet on the drawing board, if you don't have clips in that case. Now you take your drafter scale. Another end of the drafter is taken. Drafter's instrument is taken, that is scale part. Now you make zero setting of your drafter. This shall be done by making the edge of the scale, this is the edge of the scale, in coincidence with the drawing sheet edge. So keep like this. Adjust your scale. Before that, you release this nut, rotate in anti-clockwise. Adjust the scale so that the paper edge and the scale edge coincides at this part. Now you rotate the nut of your drafter in clockwise. Now it has been ensured that the scale edge and the paper edge are in coincidence. This forms zero setting, so that this angle is, this horizontal scale will be perfectly horizontal, that is 0 degree. So now next, this will be the vertical scale, shorter scale will be the vertical scale, perfectly 90 degree to this horizontal scale. This is zero setting of the drafter is done. And the question may be given like this: for construction of involute, This is an question, university question taken from an university previous year question paper. It is given that draw the involute of a circle of diameter 40 mm. Also draw tangent and normal to the curve at a point 95 mm from the center of the circle. So the diameter of the circle, involute of a circle is given as 40 mm. So radius will be 20 mm. 40 divided by 2 will be the 20 mm. Say take the radius of the roll, take the radius 20 mm in your compass and draw an circle. This is the circle I have drawn with radius 20 mm and mark the center of the circle as O. Locate the center point as O. And in a simple calculation is worked out for this. Where circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r. This you would have studied in school days. So 2 times of radius, r stands for radius. 2 times of radius will be the diameter called pi d. And pi value is 22 by 7, which is nothing but 3.14 into diameter of circle is multiplied 40. So that you will get 125.6 mm. This is the circumference of the circle for the given circle, 38 mm as diameter, 40 mm as diameter. It's called the circumference of a circle, and the lengthwise is 125.6 mm. So on the lower part of your circle drawn, and before that this is a center located called O. So through this point O, draw a vertical line using your drafter scale like this. This is a vertical line I have drawn. And an horizontal line is also drawn on the circle like this, so that the 2 lines, vertical lines as horizontal line, passes through the center of the circle. That is a O point. Now at the lower end of the circle where P point is marked, there is a point called P is located, and through this point P draw an horizontal line using the horizontal scale of your drafter, that is the longer scale of your drafter. The length is taken as 125.6 mm. So approximately 125.5 is located. The distance is marked on the horizontal line drawn, and it is dimensioned also by using extension line like this on either end of the on the both end of the line. So 125.6 is marked. Don't put mm. Finally we may put as all dimensions are in mm at last. And this other end of the line, this is one end called P, another end may be marked as P dash, say P dash. Now I go to divide the circle and the horizontal line drawn using drafter scale into equal number of parts. It may be 12 parts or 8 parts. So let me divide the circle and the horizontal line into 8 equal parts. So for that, use a drafter scale. Release the nut of your drafter. For that you rotate in anti-clockwise like this. Now the scale can be moved like this. So draw an inclined line. It may be at any angle passing through the point P. So here I have drawn one inclined line. The length of the line is chosen in such a way that it is easily divisible by 8. Any length can be taken so that it is easily divisible by 8. A number is taken. Let me take 80 mm. Need not to be 80, it may be 160, 100, so that you can easily divide the segment, this inclined line, into 8 equal parts. So I have taken 80 mm as a length, so that I can make the divisions on this inclined line with a 10 mm gap between the inclined lines. I put a mark with these points. So 10 equal parts have been divided. So if I take 80 means the individual part will be 10 mm, 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 10 mm like this. If you take 160 may come at here. In that case I have to take 20 mm up to 8, that is 8 parts. So here I have taken 80 mm, so that the individual parts will be 10 mm each. Marked like this on this inclined line using your pencil. Then after drawing this inclined line and marked the points, maybe numbered as say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now release your scale of your drafter. Join 8 and P dash. This is P dash and this is a point called 8. So just by releasing the scale, you keep it, join the segment, join the line 8 and P dash. by any one scale of your drafter. It may be vertical scale or horizontal scale. So join this. After drawing this line, joining 8 and P dash. Now rotate, tight your drafter scale. Rotate this nut in clockwise so that the scale is fixed like this. So scale cannot be moved. So with the same setting of your drafter, draw inclined parallel lines. Just by sliding the scale like this, just by sliding, you can draw inclined parallel lines passing through 7 like this, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With the same setting of a drafter, this shall be performed. So these inclined parallel lines where it intersects with the horizontal line drawn, that is P dash. So those points are marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Understand? So now the length has been divided, P dash has been divided into 8 equal parts. Next, the circle has to be divided into 8 equal parts. The total angle in the circle is 360 degree. So 360 divided by 8 will be 45 degree. So further take your protractor. So this is the protractor I have taken. So this point is called the center of the protractor. So this is the baseline that represents 0 degree. So the protractor is graduated like at 0, 10, 20 up to 180 in anti-clockwise. Also it is graduated in terms of 0, 10, 20 in clockwise also. So care must be taken in marking the angle. So keep your protractor center, this is center of the protractor, in coincidence with the O of the circle. So keep like this over the horizontal line drawn on the circle and mark first 45 degree. That is, this is read as 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. You put a point. Put a point. Then 45 plus 45 will be 90. So put a point at here at 90 angle. 90 plus 45 will be 135. Put a point. Then 135 plus 45 will be 180. Put a point like this. So using your freehand scale or ordinary scale called the freehand scale, join these marked points with the center of the circle like this, like this, like this and like this. Then the lower half of the circle can also be divided just by extending these drawn lines. Previously drawn lines shall be extended on the other side of the circle like this. So now the circle has been divided into 8 equal parts and marked as, say, this is first point, 1 dash, 1 suffix 1. 2 suffix 1, 3 suffix 1, 4 suffix 1, 5 suffix 1, 6 suffix 1, 7 suffix 1, 8 suffix 1. Understand? So next step is to draw tangential lines. So these lines 0, 1 suffix 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 0, O, 3, 1, O, 4, 1, O, 5, 1, O, 6, 1, O, 7, 1, O, 8, 1. These are called as radial lines. These are radial lines. So this is point called 1 suffix 1 or 1, 1. So adjust your scale. Keep the scale, any one of the scale of your drafter in coincidence with the line O11. So like this, you release the scale of your drafter. So keep it on O1 suffix 1. This is 1 suffix 1 point. So keep the edge of the scale over this line 1 suffix 1 and tight the drafter scale by rotating the nut in clockwise. Now the scale has been fixed like this. So now it has been coincided. O1 suffix 1 has been coincided. So with this setting, using the another scale of a drafter like this, draw one first tangential line like this. Using the another scale. So this is called a tangent. This line is called tangential line or tangent line for the line O11. Passing through the circumference of the circle named 1 suffix 1. Drawn line like this, just by using another scale of the drafter. Next, for the radial line O21, 2 suffix 1. For this line, I am going to draw second tangential line. Release the scale of your drafter. Rotate it anti-clockwise of the nut. So keep the edge of the scale over the line O2 suffix 1. Like this, you keep over the line of your scale, tight it. And draw the second tangential line using the another scale of your drafter like this. Like this, you draw, extend the line. This is also a tangential line for O2 suffix 1. So repeat the process for all the tangential, that is all the radial lines you have drawn. So for 0, 3 will be, you have to release the scale like this, keep it on the scale over the line O3 suffix 1. So that another scale will be used to draw this line. called as third tangential line like this. Next O41. Repeat the process like this. So you can draw lines like this. Like this. And O51, release the scale, tighten the scale. You can draw a tangential line passing through 5 suffix 1 like this. Similarly for O6, draw a line like this. This is a 6th tangential line. And O7, a drawn line, tangential line will be passed through 7 suffix 1 like this. And for 8 suffix 1, already previously we drawn a horizontal line that will itself will act as a tangential line for O8. For O8, this will be the tangential line. So now take your compass. Now take your compass, insert your pencil like this. Tight the compass. Now take the radius, that is a distance called P1 on the horizontal line. This distance is taken in your compass. That is P1 distance is taken in your compass like this. So keeping 1 suffix 1, this is 1 suffix 1 point on the circumference of the circle. So the first tangential line is, this is the first tangential line I have drawn. On this line, keeping 1 suffix 1 as center, cut a arc on the first tangential line like this. This shall be marked as, say, 1 dash. Say 1 dash, or you can put a point called P suffix 1. Here I have given 1 dash. 1 dash. Similarly, next for second tangential line, you mark an arc. Take the distance P2 in your compass. P2 in your compass. That is, this is a distance. P2 is a distance. So with this distance, keep the center O suffix 1 on the circle and cut a arc on the second tangential line. It will cut it here. That is marked as a 2 dash. Similarly, repeat for P3. Take the distance P3 in your compass. Third tangential line. This is the third tangential line. So through this marked point, cut a arc on the third tangential line like this. So this is marked as a 3 dash. Next, P4 is taken in the compass. Fourth tangential line. Cut a arc on the fourth tangential line like this. It is marked as 4 dash like this. And fifth tangential line. P5 in your compass. P5 is taken in your compass. Distance P5 is taken in the compass. Keeping 5 dash 5 as center. Cut a arc on this fifth tangential line. That is marked as, the intersecting point is marked as 5 dash. Similarly, repeat for P6 in your compass. And mark on the 6th tangential line like this. Next, P7 as distance in your compass. Mark on the 7th tangential line. That is like this. This is marked as 7 dash. Where it intersects with the tangential line is marked as 7 dash. And finally, 8 dash shall be the same. This is the 8th tangential line drawn on this horizontal line. In this itself, it will fall. Called as 8 dash. Marked as 8 dash. After this, draw a smooth curve passing through these marked points starting from P. This is a point of contact P. P 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash. Try a smooth curve just by free hand. Don't paint the curve like this. Just by free hand it shall be drawn. Suppose if there is a bend in the line, so that time you can erase it and need not be paint the curve. So don't do like this. It should be a single stroke. So once if it is passed means that's all. If it comes mistake means you erase that part by using eraser. Then you can draw a smooth curve passing through these marked points. The profile obtained is called as involute of a circle. Understand? Next in the question it is further given that also draw tangent and normal to the curve at a point 95 mm from the center of the circle. So for drawing tangent and normal, take the distance 95 mm in your compass. Take the distance 95 mm in your compass and take the distance 95. 95 means 9.5 centimeter like this in your compass. 95 is taken in the compass. keeping O as the center of the circle. That is, O center of the circle is kept as a center, and cut a arc on the involute. It cuts it here. So this distance is taken as 95, that it represents. So that is 95 mm from the center of the circle. So this point is marked as, say, E. I have given the name called E, capital E. Join E and O by using your freehand scale. That is, ordinary small scale is used to join E and O. So measure the distance EO in your scale. Here it comes to 94 mm it is there. So 94 divided by 2, put a point at this point marked as O dash. That is, center is located. This length is taken in the measured in the scale, and the center point of the length is marked as O dash. Understand? So with this O dash as center, take the radius, this distance O dash O as a distance in your compass, or you can take O dash E as a distance. Both will be the same. In your compass, draw a semicircle like this. This semicircle, where it intersects, where it cuts with the circumference of the circle drawn, that point is marked as, this is that point marked as N. Say N for drawing normal. So N is a name given to the point of intersection of the semicircle and the circle. This is marked as N. Join NE. NE is a point of point on the involute where tangent and normal is to be constructed. That is 95 mm from the center of the circle. So join NE and extend the line further so that you can mark N dash at the other end of the normal. This is N dash is called normal line. Now use your drafter scale. Keep the edge of the scale over the line N dash like this. Adjust your scale. So tighten the nut of your drafter just by placing the scale edge over the line N dash like this. So use with the same setting, after tightening the nut of your drafter, with the same setting, just you slide the scale like this and draw a line using the another scale of your drafter. This is another scale of the drafter. Using this scale, a line is drawn passing through point E, and this will act as a tangent. T dash is marked, called as tangent, and N dash is called normal. This way the involute is constructed. And finally it has to be dimensioned. Dimensioning, that is mentioning the size of the circle or other dimensions, carries marks. So the size of the circle which is given in the question is 40 mm. This 40 mm has to be mentioned in this diagram. For that you draw one leader line. Release the scale of your drafter. Draw one 45 degree inclined line like this. So a leader line shall be drawn like this, and now make this setting of a drafter, that is 0 degree. So for resetting of a drafter, this is the first line drawn, P dash. Keep one edge of the scale over the line P dash and adjust the scale. Now an horizontal line may be drawn like this. It is used to represent the size of the circle, so that this line is parallel with this base line. So using this leader line, an arrow head is put. An arrow is put on the end of this line. Here I am going to mention. Here I shall mention the radius. This is radius. This distance is radius. So radius shall be indicated by R. A letter called R, capital R. R represents radius. So radius will be 20. That is half of the diameter. That is from here to here. If you want to mention it in terms of diameter, then you have to put here one arrow mark. From here to here is called diameter. In that case, you can put pi 40. But whereas here I have mentioned the radius, only one arrow is put. So this distance is radius. So I have mentioned as R20. R stands for radius. And finally, after completing the diagram, the lower end of your drawing, where all dimensions are in mm, shall be written. Mm alone in terms of small letter, that is lowercase letter. All dimensions are can be written in caps, that is capital letters. And finally the diagram called involute of a circle appears like this after completion. Then the length also shall be marked 125.6 by putting an arrowhead on both the ends of the line after drawing the extension line like this. These lines is called extension line, and this 125.6 mm which carries two arrowheads two arrowheads called as a dimension line. It's a dimension line. It is to be noted that the curve called involute is drawn by HB pencil, which has to be look dark, because this is the answer. What given in the question is draw an involute. This is the answer shall be drawn by HB pencil. And all other lines, this tangential line, radial line, circle, and this base line shall be inclined lines, all shall be drawn by H pencil, called construction lines. And finally T, D dash, N dash shall be drawn by HB pencil. Looks to be dark, appears to be dark, as it is asked in the question, to be considered as an answer. So this is how the involute appears when drawn on the drawing sheet. So practice the diagram. Just by listening you cannot able to draw during the exam time. So practice, start drawing using your drafter scale, as it is manual drafting, needs to be practiced. As there is a proverb saying, practice makes a man perfect. So follow this, score good marks. Thank you for listening.